Hey there, fam. How's it going? And we'll go through an episode of the midweek motivation. How y'all doing? Y'all doing good? Y'all killing it? Y'all staying motivated? I hope so. Hope that this is also helping you guys out. I'm reading the comments. I'm reading the emails. Y'all are doing phenomenal. I'm just so proud of you. I love seeing all the testimonies of just how great God's being in each and every one of your lives. I'm so proud. It really does bring happiness to my life to see all this. It's great. It's fruitful. Love seeing the fruit go through. And I hope that you guys are sharing with other people so we can motivate each other. Just, iron sharpens iron. Just keep going after it. Yeah? So this week's motivation is one that the title I put for it, let's start off with that, is hands off, right? It's hands off. How many times you see, let's say, your parents, you're cooking, or when your parents are cooking and you're a little kid, you touch the stove and your parents are like, hey, stop, hands off. Don't do that, right? Or you've heard the songs like, Jesus, take the wheel. And that's all, it's funny, and it makes sense. It comes from a good place. But I really want to dive into this one because it's interesting how sometimes, that's the word I want to use. It's interesting how sometimes we go and we think that we know more than God, right? We think, God, I got this. What? Like, you don't gotta worry about this. Like, I'll take care of this. And then we get into a problem, we get into it, and then we're like, oh, maybe not. Like, I forgot. You know what? You are God. You know everything. Silly me. Why'd I even try to do this? All right. And I want to give an example, a really good example. And I use this person a lot because he's one of my favorite people that God talks about, and it's King David. No, I'm not talking about David and Goliath. Same David, but we're going a little past than that. So David, after he killed Goliath, and Saul still was angry with him, right? Saul was still alive. He was still king, so David could not take his place just yet. And in that, Saul chased him for 7 years. That's a whole different topic. We'll talk about that later in the week. Stay tuned for that one. But yeah, he's been chasing him. But 3 times, I want to put this clear. 3 times David had opportunities to kill Saul, and he didn't, right? He stole his spear at one point. He even got him so close where Saul was using the bathroom. He could have killed him there, but he didn't. Why? Because he understood that vengeance was the Lord's, right? That is, like, it's done in Romans where he says that, like, that vengeance is the Lord's. That when we don't have to worry about that. Right? That we don't have to worry about the evil people getting punished because that leaves it up to God. Hands off. Stop trying to handle something that was never yours to handle. Right? You're trying to carry something that you're not supposed to be carrying. You're trying to hold on to something. You're trying to get through something. You're trying to beat something that's never yours. That was never intended for you to fight. Never intended for you to go through. Right? Go and just stay focused on the fact that God's got your back. He's going to watch out for you. He's going to take care of you. He's going to bless you. So stop trying to, going in the mix of like, oh God, I'm going to make this happen. Like, don't worry about it. No. Give God his battle back. Give God his opportunity to go and to shine and just to show out. It's very important that we do that because if not, we start getting into this circle of like, oh no, I'm going to do this. Okay, God, I'm going to do this and then you do that. No. You show up and God shows up. Right? That's our one job, is to show up. God calls us to be obedient and to listen to him. So if God's saying, hey, let me take care of this, I'm going to fight it, then he'll fight it. Right? I have also a great example of it. And it is in Psalms 91. It is chapter 91, verse 8. And it says, you will only observe with your eyes and seek the punishment of the wicked. Right? I'll say that one more time. You will only observe with your eyes. Doesn't say with your hands, doesn't say no. It says you only observe with your eyes. From a distance, you'll see it, right? And see the punishment of the wicked. Never once does it say, you're going to go and fight this. I mean, there's times where God says, that he'll fight, that, to prepare yourself to fight the good fight. There's all that. But there's also circumstances where God's like, hey, I got this. Hands off, right? Hands off. Let me fight for you, right? You're stressing yourself out for no reason. Let me fight. Because it says like there in Psalm 91, verse 8, only with your eyes will you observe the punishment of the wicked. God's got your back. He's going to take care of it. Vengeance is the Lord's, right? It doesn't say vengeance is Rodrigo. It doesn't say vengeance is Maria. It doesn't say vengeance is Jose's. No, it says vengeance is the Lord's. Yeah? So when we keep that in mind, it helps us de-stress certain things. Like, time out, God, I'm doing this. And it's gotten to a point where it is a God-sized problem. So if it's a God-sized problem, it's a God's thing to do. It's God's responsibility to fight it. It's God's responsibility to do it for us, right? So when we go with that, it's quite simple, because then if you go further down in verse 15, it says, he will call upon me and I will answer him. I'll be with him in trouble. I'll deliver him and honor him, right? It's God's thing what he's going to do. When we call upon him, like, hey, God, this is a you-sized problem. I need help. And we let him take care of it. The Bible says clearly, it says right there, I will be with him in trouble, right? So you have to worry about that. He will be with you in trouble all the way through. Not just the beginning, not when it's kind of easy. No. In trouble. Trouble's trouble, right? God's going to be with you through all of that. And I will deliver him and honor him. With a long life, I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. Got to sing it clearly right there. He's going to deliver us. We're going to deliver ourselves, right? So with that mentality, with that kind of just thought process, that's how we need to go into the rest of the week. That's how we need to go and just end this week off on a high note, strong, killing it, going hard, and knowing that when we put it in God's hands and we go hands off, and we're like, all right, God, you got this. This is a you-sized thing. You take care of it. He's to deliver us from the trouble, and he will give us long life. Right there, it says it. It also, if you go a little bit before that, it says, because he loves me and says I will rescue him, I will protect him, and for he has acknowledged my name, right? When you acknowledge that God's doing it, when God's in control, when you acknowledge that, he loves us, and he's going to protect us. He's going to take care of us. That's it, guys. It's quite simple. Yeah. So use this, take this as a motivation to recharge yourself. If you feel like you've been going through some issues, you feel like kind of like, I'm not feeling it too much, give it to God. Give God his battle back and fight. Let him fight the good fight for you. Yeah. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of these talks. Stay tuned for it on Friday. It's going to be a good one. I'm excited for it. I hope you guys were able just to receive today. There'll be something good just to get you pumped up for the rest of the week. Yeah. Love you guys. Stay safe. See you next week. Make it the best day ever.